Sure. So I heard about it from numerous different resources in Maine that are involved in the startup community. Maine Center for Entrepreneurial Development, the Small Business Administration, and CEI, Women's Business Center.
Have you been part?
It's really exciting. Maine's been an incredibly supportive place to start up a business, and I feel like this program is just another amazing facet to the whole startup community and, burgeoning effort in Maine. No, this is like everything. I'm all in making this happen. I started this company about 4 years ago and have been nonstop ever since. So we're in a fast growth model, and going on to the next round, having this infusion of capital would be tremendous to help us continue on our rapid pace of growth. We're in a fast growth industry, natural foods, and the rate of growth is really determined on how much working capital you have. So the $100,000 cash prize would be an amazing influx of working capital to help fuel the growth. So I started this company at age 23 with the intent of reinventing candy. I was really noticing this void in the marketplace where mainstream candy dominated the American consumer diet. It's full of additives, preservatives, chemicals. It's mass engineered food to get you addicted to junk, essentially. And I had been really impassioned through a lot of different experiences in my short lifetime to become really impassioned about natural and organic food. My mother's a breast cancer survivor, so that was a big influence in my life. And then being young, just having a college degree, going out in the world, I think your 20s are a great time to become an entrepreneur because you're not as committed as people further down the road. So I was able to make a lot of personal sacrifices, i.e. live at home with my parents, work tremendously long hours, and just dive full force into getting this company off the ground. So I think that, you have to be really impassioned about it, but also you need to seize the opportunity when it comes and get ready to go after it. It was great. It was fun and exciting to share my story with, such a great audience that I'm sure is going to be out there in Maine. Well, any startup company comes with a lot of stress and pressure because you're, definitely the David versus Goliath until you get to scale and are able to compete on the playing field where all the other big boys are already playing. So absolutely, it's challenging. And, being a young person, creating jobs is something that's been really incredibly empowering for me and also stressful because you want to be able to, have those jobs. And I've wanted to create more jobs, but in a timely fashion. So certainly you want to be sure that you're providing good jobs and, a nice work environment. So, okay. Well, first of all, I think Maine is an incredible place to start up a business. There's tremendous resources that you should absolutely tap into, many of whom are involved in this, show Greenlight Maine. One is the Maine Center for Entrepreneurial Development, the Top Gun Prep and Top Gun programs that's offered in, I believe, 3 locations throughout the state. There's also the Small Business Development Centers. There's the, SCORE and the Maine Mentor Network. There's tremendous resources, the Small Business Administration. You have to kind of go after every little, nugget of information or lead and go after it. And even if it seems unattainable, you have to go after something. And I think that you have to be really determined and leverage all of the resources because it really does take a whole state to help a company get off the ground. First of all, we're trying to provide better confectionery products for the American public to consume. So things that they can eat without feeling guilty. So we want to provide more nutritious options on a wider scale to as many people as we can. My goal is to create a new manufacturing company here in Maine that's setting Maine apart. Maine's been known for blueberries and lobster for quite some time, and that's fantastic. That's a great, business avenue for Maine, but there can be other types of manufacturing. I mean, why can't we have confectionery manufacturing companies in Maine? competing against Pennsylvania, Chicago, California, etc. So I think that I'm definitely trying to create something new with the supportive community here in Maine, but also show that Maine is about a lot more than just lobsters and blueberries.